wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry
What up,
Christmas.
tubes? Madam Roy back once again, back on the 4th of December 2018. It is a Tuesday, and you may be noticing the vlogging is taking a little bit of a different form. That's because I'm using my good old Canon Vixia HRX 700. The reason I'm filming with this is I want to give my phone a rest, for one, and for two, we are going to be filming some Christmas decorating for you guys today. That has been the single most requested vlog for me to do, and this one tends to do a little bit better when it comes to color accuracy and like the blurring correction. Mom went out for a walk today. I have not had a chance to walk. I'm going to show you why I can't really walk today. I pretty much wore my body out yesterday. Nothing too terrible. I'll be able to recover, but I actually need what I call a recovery day. So probably I'll get some marching in place done today, but that'll probably be about it. As for a long walk, I think that's out for me today. I just having too many lower back pains, shoulder pains. Last night I probably should have taken some ibuprofen before bed, but I was so tired I just plopped down on my mattress and I could hardly move. So we'll see what the rest of the day brings. I have definitely have a few interesting tidbits in this vlog for you guys. So stay tuned, and I'll talk to you guys on the flip side. Alright, tubers, I'm downstairs. I'm going to head outside really quick. I think I forgot to check the mail last night, so that's the first thing I want to do. I see Dad's in there watching Roseanne, the older one, not the reboot. And that's a question I've gotten from a lot of you out there is, Matt, are you watching the Connors? Well, no, I'm not. And it's not because I hate it. I mean, I've seen the first couple episodes, and I think it was really well done. But honestly, I just really haven't had the time. So when I do get the time, hopefully this month, when I don't exercise as much, no mail, I'll try to watch them probably on demand. Now, I don't know if you guys have heard the same thing I did, but I've been reading up on this, and apparently they're really, what is it, CBS, I think, is where the show is aired. They're really upset about firing Roseanne. They said they acted too hastily. So, from what I've been hearing, they're thinking about bringing her back next season. Now, there is a precedent for this, because if you guys remember in the original series, they actually killed off Dan in the last episode. So, you know, they've been able to do it. They brought him back from the dead. Why couldn't they do it with Roseanne, right? And I think it would definitely be more of an interesting show if they did. Again, not saying that the Connors is bad, but hey, let's face it, the show was written for Roseanne, based around Roseanne, so it really needs to have Roseanne in it. Well, I'm going to go back inside because it's probably about 44 degrees right now. I'm wearing a short sleeve shirt, so I am freezing at this point. See what the rest of the day brings, and I will talk to you guys on the flip side. Alright, tubers, heading out the back, going to show you all the work that we did yesterday. You can see that there are still some leaves on the trees, but it's getting pretty bare, especially that one up there. So basically, me, my dad, to a lesser extent, and the handyman that we hired, we spent all day, well, at least all the morning, I should say, raking and bagging all of the leaves here. Now, that's one reason that my back is so tired. You can see we piled all the pine straw against the tree here. Reason we did that is we bought these really cheap, inexpensive bags at Home Depot, the HDX brand, and unfortunately they can't handle the extra weight of the pine needles. So basically just raked all that against the tree, and we'll have to go out and buy some better bags to handle that. But as you can see, the leaves have definitely started coming down again. It's amazing. This was all cleared yesterday around noontime. So I kind of figured we'd have to do it again, but we want to at least get a head start on it. What we do usually, now this is different, usually what we'll do, instead of using bags, we'll take our trash cans over there and we'll rake it up and fill it up incrementally over the season. And it would literally take about a month to 2 months to clear all the leaves up, but we're not doing that this year. We've decided to do it the more traditional way. Guys can see the trailer still doing well. Got to put the bump out in. What is that? Oh. Gonna have to fix that. This is starting to sag a little bit. The trailer's gonna need some work over the next year. We had the roof done this year. The next thing we're gonna have to do is replace the bump out cover there, which is frayed. We actually cut that off and tied it up against the bump out there. The other one's still in good shape there. Either we're gonna replace it, or I've actually done some research to where it says you don't necessarily need those covers anyway. So we may just go ahead and remove the entire thing right there, which is probably what we're gonna do, because those things are really expensive. We're looking at least $400 to $500 to get the replacement bump out cover for that. Here's the good old PT Cruiser, the Silver Beast, as Paul Kane calls it, in all her silver glory. She's doing really, really well. I was having an issue with this tire. It seemed like it kept losing air, but it seems like it's all right now. It might just have been because the change in the seasons. When you go from warm to cold really quick like that, it tends to put more stress on the bead. And now that the temperatures have kind of stabilized, the tire seems to be holding air. Let's check the rear door here, which is still working. If you guys remember, this is the one this is the one that we could not get open to save our lives, and I actually have to do some more cleaning. You can see here where we had to put all the WD-40 to try to get the lock mechanism to release. But that works now. You know, everything's good. Pretty much clean inside, as clean as can be expected. I spent a lot of time vacuuming this thing out. She's getting ready to go. My only holdup right now is getting the funds necessary to get her back on the road. You can see she's nice and clean down there. The seats in here are actually in really decent shape, except for the driver's seat has a couple of little burn marks where people were smoking. I know, right? But other than that, I mean, she's in really, really nice shape for 2005. I do need to I need to get in here and finish cleaning this out. There's a lot of carbon buildup around the gas filler nozzle. I think what I'm going to end up doing is getting a pressure washer and just get it in there to clean. But I'll give you guys another update on this once I get it registered and hopefully get it back and I can start driving it. And last but not least, here is the result of the work we did yesterday. You can see, if I had to guess, 15 bags of these leaves. And again, we really should have gotten the better bags. These are like really thin. You can see how paper thin these bags are. They're decent for the job, but when you start doing like the heavier pine needles, like you see this bag here, we put a lot of pine needles in, it started to rip. So instead of getting the Home Depot brand, and I'm not knocking Home Depot because most of their products are decent quality, but next time I'll probably stick with the Glad or the Hefty bags, because at the end of the day, these just do not have the strength to hold up to this kind of yard waste. And of course, it would have been better if we didn't put in so many of these twigs, but when you're working that fast, you know, it's hard to find every single one. Well, I'm going to get back inside because, believe it or not, I still do not have my jacket on. I thought the sun would be enough to warm me up, but it's not. We'll see what the rest of the day brings. Talk to you guys on the flip side. What you two doing? Milo was just on the perch. Baxter must have kicked him off. Did Baxter kick you off, Milo? Well, you do it to him all the time, so it's a little payback for you, my. How you doing, Baxter? Good boy. Baxter does not like the smell of my lotion. He's a very sensitive cat, and any kind of smells just drive him absolutely crazy. So let me show you guys what these cats have done. I'll have to go over here to do it. We had to turn the scratching post around because you can see they're absolutely obliterating this side of it to the left over there. He's pretty much totally destroyed it with his claws, though it's a lot better than destroying our couch or our seats. So I'm not complaining, mind you. You're a stinker, aren't you, Baxter? You're such a cute boy, though. What you doing? They like it here because there's a lot of sun that comes in during the day and they get a chance to sunbathe, which they don't usually get to do most other times of the day, because over the afternoon the sun actually goes to the west side of the house, and we usually don't have any windows open. So the morning is the only chance you guys get to sunbathe, isn't it, buddy? Good boy. And that's what we call fang rubbing. They do that to show affection. They'll never bite, but they'll rub their fangs on your hands. Alright, Baxter, we're going to let you rest for a while. We'll see what the rest of the day brings. Talk to you guys on the flip side. Say bye-bye, Baxt. Bye-bye. Alright, tubers. Madam Roy in the 2010 Chrysler Town & Country. And I'm heading off to the DMV to get the PT Cruiser registered. That's right. We are almost there. Oop, don't want any copyright strikes. Better turn that off. My thought process on this is as follows. I'm going to go and get it registered. It's probably going to cost, I don't know, maybe $70 or $80 to get it registered. Then I have to put the insurance on it, which I'll get done today. And then hopefully I'm going to go ahead and go over to the, bring it over to the Dillingers, the local shop. And what I want to do first is have them do everything that it needs to pass inspection. In other words, fix the issue with the airbag and the check engine light. And if everything passes and it doesn't cost too much, then I'm going to have them go ahead and replace the timing belt, serpentine belt, pretty much do all the belts that are necessary to get this thing on the road and driving. Probably going to wind up costing about $1,000 altogether, but thankfully $500 of that is going to be coming from Dad. That's kind of a Christmas present. And also the deal was that he would get to drive it also when I don't need to. So looks like everything's coming together. I'm just keeping my fingers crossed that there isn't any gremlins hiding in that PT Cruiser that I don't know about. Dad and I went over it with a fine-tooth comb to the best of our abilities, but they're going to go ahead and put their more advanced scan tools on it. The one that we had only pulled, I think, one code, and it was for the EVAP, and that's why the check engine light's on. I don't have a code reader that'll read airbag codes, so I have no idea why that's on. My buddy that works there, Perry, so shout out to you, Perry, says that generally they're on because of clock springs. So we'll just have to see if that's the case or not. I'll keep you guys updated as things change. But for now, I'm going to head over to the DMV and talk to you guys when we get back home, which we'll be doing some Christmas decorating today. Fingers crossed, and I'll talk to you guys. All right, tubers, an hour later and $140 poorer. Vehicle is registered, got my plates, and I got the new title, which I'm not going to show you guys right now. It was kind of a mistake on my part. I went around 12:30, which is the worst time to go because the lunch crowd's there. So just to get checked in took about 30 minutes, and then the rest of it took about another 30. And one mistake that I did not realize is you actually have to have your insurance policy in place before you get it registered. That was kind of a mistake on my part, so I was actually fumbling. I luckily had enough time to call my insurance company, get a policy in place before I actually got up to the window. So that's it, tubers. PT Cruiser is registered and insured. The next step is to bring it over to Dillinger's, get everything done, and hopefully get out and drive it some more. I'm going to have some really cool videos coming up in the near future with that PT Cruiser, including some food reviews, which a lot of you have requested that I do, and I've been a little slacking on. I do apologize for that. Need to run some more errands, then I'm going to head home. We'll see what the rest of the day brings, and I'll talk to you guys on the flip side. Alright, tubers, so it's the next day. I didn't get a chance to finish the vlog, mainly because Mom and I didn't do any decorating. So let me go outside real quick. I want to see if it's doing what I think it's doing. It turned back to rain. It was snowing not 5 minutes ago. They said we might get some snow today, but unfortunately it looks like we're not quite cold enough. It's 40 degrees, and around here to get snow, you really need it to be more like 36 or 38. If I put my hand out, it's kind of like a sleet or a freezing rain. So if it does snow, I'll keep you guys updated, because I swear we had a couple of flurries just a few minutes ago. But other than that, we're getting ready for our car club's Christmas party tonight. Mom and I went over there to decorate earlier. Unfortunately, we found out that the room it's at a church, and we found out that the room needed to be used for the kids, because they have like a preschool there. And of course, being that the weather's so cold, they can't play outside. And of course, now it's raining. So we were supposed to decorate it around 9 this morning, probably spend an hour or two. Well, instead, we're going to have to go back around 1, probably decorate it. It's going to take about an hour or two, like I said. And then we're going to have the party at 6 p.m. tonight. First Christmas party of the year for me. It's going to be awesome. I know we're going to have some good food. Mom's inside cooking some pork roasts. We're going to do pork barbecue, and everybody's going to bring a dish to share. So we're going to have a lot of food. I'm going to try not to eat too much, but during the holidays, that's very hard. So let me go inside, show you what we're cooking for the Christmas party, and I'll talk to you guys in just a couple of minutes. All right, tubers, you can see we have 3 crock pots going. Might be a little sketchy. We got one hooked into a little extension cord here, but they really don't take too much power. And the circuits in this house, how many amp service is in the kitchen here, you think?
I don't know.
It's either a 15 or a 30, but it's more than enough to amp service, more than enough to handle these. But you can see we got 3 of these cooking. Ooh, fog up the lens, why don't you? And what we'll do, when we get these all cooked, we're going to shred them up. We're going to have some really good pork barbecue. We got that one in here. That one boiling away in there. That's actually, I think, the biggest of them. And then we got one right here. This is pretty much a southern thing. If you guys are not from the States or in the South, you may not have ever heard of pork barbecue. But it's really, really popular. We like to have it at parties here. So we're going to go ahead and get other things ready for this party. We'll see what the rest of the day brings. We may or may not get to, decorating today. Mom and I are really tired, but we'll talk to you guys on the flip side. All right, tubers, weather update. It's about noon, 11:30-ish now. I didn't really look at the clock. But you can see that it's 37 degrees, and we actually have a sleet snow situation at the moment. There are little snowflakes coming down in between the sleet. It actually feels pretty good out here right now. I need to put a jacket on, but for right now, I'm happy. I love this kind of weather. Now, whether or not they're going to have to cancel the Christmas party, I'm not sure. We're going to have to call and find out about that. You can see I'm actually parking my van right there now because we have all of those bags of leaves and everything over there. So unfortunately, my van is not in its usual spot. And the bad thing of that is, the reason we don't usually park over there is if you look at the top, that's where the street light is. Birds will sit on that throughout the day and constantly crap on whatever vehicle is under there. I'm dead serious, so probably going to move that as soon as the garbage men come, which they haven't yet. May not even be till tomorrow. They may actually cancel trash service because of the weather. But I'm going to get back inside because I am really, really cold right now. I hope you guys are having a great day and a Merry Christmas. Definitely going to have some stuff going on later on this afternoon, so I'll talk to you guys on the flip side. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Toys in every store. And the prettiest sight to see is the holly that will be on your own front door. That's right, everybody. It is snowing. First snow of the year, December 5th, 2018. Won't last too long. The storm's probably going to pass us over in the next hour or so, but just really nice to see. Kind of puts me in the Christmas or holiday spirit. All right, tubers, you got to see some snow. Talk to you a little bit later. All right, tubers, check it out. This is really snowing right now. Let's get out in this. Wow, this is totally awesome. It's a really wet snow. You can see the birds are flying south for the winter. Awesome, absolutely beautiful. And with that, I'm going to end this vlog because it's getting too long. I'm going to start a new one when we actually start decorating, if we do tonight. I know we're taking a long time to get there, right? There are the birds. Hope you guys are really enjoying these. Please continue to like and subscribe. And as always, have a blessed day, everybody.